Welcome to this video. In this video, I'm going to be doing a stock analysis of the metals company. Now, if you don't know what they are, it is a rare earth mineral company, and they're trying to harvest what is at the bottom of the Clarion-Clipperton zone, which is the zone in the ocean with most of these nodules. Now, these incorporate what is called rare earth minerals, but don't be fooled by the name, they aren't actually rare, and they do that by using huge ships like this and small submarine robots. Now, as you can see, the stock recently it has been up and down quite a lot. So I've drawn some support and breakthrough levels here. Now, as you can see, the support level right here is just around 4.73. So if it breaks through this, we're heading even further downwards, and then we have some other support levels down here, but they're not as relevant as it isn't the latest ones. Now, currently we are trading upwards, and you can also see that because today we're up by 6%. Now, the next proper breakthrough point that is right up here is about $8. As you can see, this is these earlier peaks, and then the right up here about 10.8 is the largest peak this stock has recently. Now, if I make each candle a day instead, as you can see here, it was a great stock to have at the start, and then it absolutely tanked and fell through the floor and was trading sideways for quite a while down here. Recently, it just absolutely blasted through the roof. As you can see, we have this peak, but then again, it went down again. Now, let me make each candle an hour again. Now, recently, the RSI has been both up in the upper RSI and down in the lower RSI. Now, if you know what the RSI is, that is the relative strength index. So if something is between 70 and 50, it's in the upper channel, meaning the stock is trading upwards because there are more buyers than sellers in the market. If it's above 70, it's overbought. It's up here that is meant when it's moving up rapidly. So as you can see right here, we're rising rapidly, and we're also trading in the RSI upper. Now, the lower RSI, when we're below 50 and above 30, we're in the lower RSI. This is when there are more sellers and more shorters in the market. And also, when we're down here below that, below 30, we're in oversold. This is when the stock price falls rapidly, and often where there's much more volatility down here and up here, so always be more careful. Now, something you should also note is just look recently the volume in this stock compared to earlier. This is, of course, because of these rare earth mineral talks that have been with Donald Trump and China and so on and so forth. But the metals company has one huge problem. It isn't legal to mine in the ocean yet in this Clarion-Clipperton zone. So be very, very, very careful, because this stock could be a huge, it could be 10x, it could be 1000x, but until they get that license to start mining in the ocean, really it's any man's guess where this stock is going to go. Now, I do love the company. I have to say I don't own any stock in it, but I do really, really like them. And if we are talking ocean miners, this is by far my favorite. And now, as you can see, also in the earnings, we have a bit of a problem. As you can see, the last one is down by 736%. And we have gone down by 287%. So as you can see, overall, it really isn't that pretty. I mean, just look at this. The reported, as you can see right here, reported was right here. This is how much they lost, and their estimates was this. So of course, not that great. And as you can see, they don't make any money at all because they don't sell it because they can't. Of course, just have huge net income losses. Now, the financials in this, of course, are okay. They have $145 million in debt, but they also have $115 million in cash equivalents. Now, this isn't the worst thing because of how much closely held shares they have. These are shares that can't be sold, and this is often by either investors who started the IPO or by CEOs or just the company itself. And this is very nice in a company who needed quite a lot of capital, because then they can just sell more and more shares and then get the stocks in that way through. And they're actually more than 50% is this way, which of course is nice. Now, one thing is, of course, if you own shares now, then your shares will be awarded a bit out, of course, which is unfortunate. Now, the revenue, as you can see, there is simply nothing to make state of, and the Clarion-Clipperton zone isn't even in a country, it is in the ocean. So, of course, which countries will show it? Probably is going to show just the USA when they get the allowance, if they get the allowance to do it. Now, seasonals, as you can see right here, it's quite interesting. We see some years with like this here with huge upside. And then we see 2023 also huge up by 51%. 2020 up by 7%, nice. And then we have some years down here, minus 80 and minus 60%. So overall, it is quite a, as you can see, quite a volatile coin flip stock. As you can see, the average is actually down by 25% if you've had held it the entire time. Now, if we go down to the technicals on the stock, as you can see, for the day it's neutral, for the week it is a buy, and for the month it is still a buy. And that is, of course, even though it is performing downwards, we have hit these bottoms down here, and we are trading upwards a bit, and then we rise even further, and we're just the same as before. Now, the as you can see here, the analysts on this are very, very positive. We have 4 strong buys on it, and it doesn't surprise me, and I do think this is quite realistic. Then 1 year, I between 4 to 6 is where we're going to be trading. I don't think we're going to get all the way up here in a year unless we see some huge changes within the rare earth minerals game. And this could be a huge speculative play. So if you think this is going to get you rich, of course, buy it at your own risk. But of course, it's going to be interesting to see. But they are, however, estimating to make money in 2028, meaning they're estimating to be allowed to mine in the ocean by 2028. And as you can see also in their earnings, as you can see, they're estimating actually to make money in 2027. Whereas 2020, they're estimating to make a ton of money. So it's going to be interesting to see how they perform. It is a huge, huge company in the future, I believe. But until they have these allowance to mine the ocean, I won't buy it because it is simply way too risky for my own profile. Now, if you did like this video, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And of course, remember, if you want to see more stock analyses, please leave a comment to analyze in the comment section below. And remember, this isn't for financial advice. This is purely for entertainment and educational purposes.